In this video, we're going to have a look at the things that mean we can't be Thai even if we want to. Well, you can if you want to. You can try if you want to. We start off in a kind of a high-spirited, hijinks kind of way, and we kind of mellow a little. Stay tuned, because the tone of this video changes as the video progresses for very good reasons, as you'll see. So anyway, as I try to behave like a Thai and fail miserably, you'll see in this video the reasons why I cannot be a Thai, and neither can you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Rule number one about not being a Thai: don't put your arm outside the window while you're driving, and don't drive with the window open. And, well, that's two rules. And, well, let's say there's subsections of the one rule. Let's say section number one, or rule number one, section one. There's no one coming behind me. Don't drive with your arm outside the window, because Thais never do that. They're afraid of going dark. Number two, don't drive with the windows open, because Thais never do that. Number three, don't drive a car with non-tinted windows or barely tinted windows. This is her car. It's a company car. The only cars in Thailand that don't have tinted windows are taxis and company cars for security reasons. But every personal car in Thailand, including mine, and by the way, I didn't choose this, she chose it, have blacked out windows so much that you cannot see where you're going at night. So that's the first rule in 3 sections. If you don't want to be a Thai, you apply the rule: don't open your window, don't put your hand outside, and don't have tinted windows. If you want to be a Thai, you apply the opposite. There are dogs in there. Another thing, if you're Thai, you don't have to be afraid of street dogs, because they can smell farang. Hello guys. It never happens when you want it to. A few minutes ago they were howling and barking at me. Anyway, there's a car coming, I better get out of the way. By the way, the dogs are kicking off now. Go on, kick off, go on. How are you? What's the crack? They won't do... What the fuck? Okay. They won't do it when I want them to do it. Hello, how are you doing? What's going on? These are the dogs of my Italian neighbour. They're harmless. Well, what dog is harmless? But they appear to be harmless now. Anyway, rule number 2. When you approach a roundabout, don't stop. Just drive straight onto the roundabout. Because if you stop at the roundabout, they'll beep you from behind. You just go straight through, and apparently they'll stop for you. There's nothing like knocking back a large bottle of Leo before you set off from Pontutini back to Bangkok. They do it all the time. Rule number 4. I'm not counting, maybe you are, but let's say rule number 4. Being afraid of the sun. If you're Thai, you've got to be afraid of the sun, because it will make you go dark. And if you don't want to be Thai, you won't be afraid of the sun, because you don't care if you go dark or not. Rule number 5. Let's have some ice in beer. Yes, indeed. If you want to be Thai, you've got to have your ice in your beer. If you don't want to be Thai, you just don't do it. Nobody does it. Only them. Rule number 6, I think it is. I'm losing count. Always warm up your cold cuts. When you go into 7-Eleven and you buy some cold cut ham, make sure they put it in the microwave, because that's what Thais do. So if you want to be Thai, you'll put your cold cuts in the microwave. If you don't want to be, you'll eat it as it was designed to be eaten, because they're already cooked. For our next rule, it's subjective, but it's generally true. If you want to be a Thai, you have no knowledge of the outside world, absolutely no knowledge, and not only no knowledge of the outside world, but no interest in the outside world. So, if you want to be Thai, you'll only know about Thailand, and you won't even know that much, because most Thais don't even know the population of Thailand, and I know that because I've asked so many. Oh, there we go. It's not just the Thais, it's not just me, it's the Thais. Kapan, yeah? Kapan. Okay. So I've been proven wrong already. It's not just the Thai, it's not just us. It's not just us that has to be afraid of the street dogs, it's the Thais as well. But they don't seem to give a damn. Another rule about being Thai is park your car straight with the wheels straight, because they will have kittens if you don't. And what's the big bloody deal? So I better do that now, or shall I? But it's her car, so I have to, because if I don't do it, she'll make me do it again. Or she'll make me do it properly. Oh, there you are. So lads, this is just the first part of this video. Stay with me, because there are a few surprises coming forward. I can tell you that for nothing, if there haven't been a few surprises already. Guys, it's the next day, and I just want to say that this video is a light-hearted video, bit of fun. But you know something? As I make my videos, when I start talking, I start realizing, I start learning. And you know something I've learned? You won't believe this. Well, maybe you know it. Maybe you knew it before I did. I certainly didn't know it before now. How not to be a Thai and how to be a Thai. Thais behave in a certain way, in certain ways that are completely foreign to us. And what I'm about to say to you now is an absolute revelation. You know the way Thais say, "Mai Ben Rai"? And we interpret that as no problem. Well, it's a lot more than no problem. It indicates and it personifies, it shows their attitude to life of living in the moment. They live in the moment. This is what Buddhism is. That's why they ride around with 5 people on a motorcycle, kids with no helmets. And we go, what the hell? Because Mai Ben Rai. They're living in the moment, not caring about the future. So, this video will continue in the vein of a humorous look at the way Thais behave, but not forgetting that they behave the way they do because they think differently than us. This is an insular society. It's completely monocultural. We live here, but we're on, as I said before, on the periphery. You'll never be a Thai. And the guys like Hence Teeth who have Thai passports are Thai on paper, but they'll never be Thai. And they'll never be accepted as a Thai. It's hard enough for my son, who was born in Thailand, to be accepted as a Thai, because in their eyes he's a lug krun. And most people say when they see him, if I'm with my wife, if the three of us are together, they'll say to her, "Cowpod Prasatai Mai," whatever it is, "Cowpod Prasatai Dai Mai," or whatever the hell way it is. Does he speak Thai? And they're always surprised. So you'll never be a Thai, because they are so different from us. This is planet Thailand. And that is a phrase that I would say in jest, or have said in jest so many times, but it's an actual fact. We're not just aliens as in foreign nationals. We're aliens because it's like we're from a different planet. So yeah, getting back into this. One of the things that Thais do that drives me absolutely crazy, it shouldn't, because they're entitled to do it, but it just drives me crazy, and I'm not the only YouTuber who's commented on this, wearing bloody face masks. I've seen, and you've all seen Thais wearing face masks everywhere. But what about the Thais wearing face masks when they're driving to work in their cars and they're the only person in the car? I mean, where's the logic in that? What is that? If we're perfectly adapted to live on this planet, more or less. Nature provides us with a mouth to breathe through and a nose to breathe through. If it wanted to provide us with a filter to filter out other toxins or bacteria, whatever it may be, we'd already have it. It defies logic with me. But as I said, it's Thai logic, because they're completely different to us. Timekeeping. or lack thereof. If a Thai ever says to you they'll see you in 10 minutes, or what time you'll be, you ask them what time you'll be here, and they say 10 minutes or 15 minutes, that means anything. That could mean an hour. That could mean 2 hours. It means absolutely nothing. But this goes back to the My Pen Right thing. They focus on the present, not on the future. So therefore, the future doesn't matter. So they'll tell you what they think you want to hear. And if they think you expect them to be there in 10 minutes, that's what they'll tell you, even though it's not the case. Swimming with their clothes on. Have you ever been to Bansang? I'm sure you have. Well, maybe you haven't. But if you haven't, you should have a look at it. I've made videos about Bansang before. Thais swim with their clothes on. If you go to Bansang on any weekend, you'll see this is the retreat, or where the retreat of the people who live in Bangkok. They flock to Bansang for the weekend or the night or the day, and everybody on the beach is sitting under a parasol, eating seafood and drinking Leo or whatever it may be, and the people who are swimming are wearing t-shirts and long shorts, or sometimes scuba gear. It goes back to the I'm afraid of going dark baloney. But it's also to do with dignity. It is, obviously. And this is a thing about women on motorcycles as well, when they sit side saddle. They put dignity above safety. And that goes back to the My Ben Right thing as well. They focus on the now, but not on what might happen in the future. It's one of the most ridiculous things to do, to sit side saddle on a motorcycle. And they don't brace themselves. They're on their phones sitting side saddle, they're looking at they're doing their makeup when they do side saddle. Again, it doesn't make sense to us, but it makes absolutely perfect sense to them because they keep doing it. By the way, the more keen-eyed amongst you will probably realise that I'm using a different microphone. What happened was, I bought a DJI Mic 3 set about 3 or 4 months ago. And I've been making my videos using the DJI Mic 3 set. I had 2 microphones. A couple of months ago, just after I bought it, my wife put a shirt in the wash with the microphone fastened or clipped to the shirt, and she put it in a wash cycle and it was fried. Then I was left with 1. And last Saturday, was it last Saturday? It was. Today is Tuesday. It was Sunday. I was going to start making this video when I realised I couldn't find the other mic. It just disappeared. I put it on my desk in Pontoutini and it's gone. We searched high and low. I offered the kids up there, there's 3 kids including Harry, 100 baht if they could find the mic. They looked high and low, they tore the place apart. It's gone. So what did I do? I purchased this. This is the DJI Mic Mini 2. And you'll see here, in this clip here, the accessories you get with it. You get these clip-on covers, and it makes it funky. So in each video I might be wearing a different color microphone. How about that? Anyway, I want to ask you about the sound quality of this video compared to other videos. Have you noticed any difference? Because the DJI Mic Mini is I won't say scaled down, but it's a cheaper model compared to the DJI Mic 3 that I had been using. The DJI Mic 3 retails at about $300. This kit retails at just over $100, about $150. So it made perfect sense to me. Why should I go to the extra expense again? And listen, I wouldn't have been able to do that if it wasn't for your help on Buy Me a Coffee. There you are there, lads. Thanks very much indeed for this. I swear to God, if it wasn't for you, I would be snookered. Today, I'd be back talking into my Tascam digital recorder, which is something I don't want to do. So thank you all for buying me a coffee. And if you want to do the same, you can scan the QR or click the link below in the description. Thank you so much, lads. From the outset, from the very start of this video, I've been talking about how to be a Thai and how not to be a Thai. And I did say that none of us will ever be Thais. We will, and that's right. We will, sorry, go back.
Yep.
And that's why we will never be considered a Thai by the Thais. But that doesn't discount the fact that the longer you live here, some of the behaviour rubs off against you. And some of the behaviour that's rubbed off against me is babao cha-cha. Living in this asylum of a sanatorium that I live in, my wife has conditioned me into keeping my voice down. When saying hello to people in the morning, it has to be hello instead of hello. That's the way it goes. It rubs off on you. Another thing, I have to take my shoes off when I go into a building now. Not every building, but you know yourself, when I go into a house. Because I don't feel comfortable wearing shoes in the house anymore. Am I becoming Thai? Absolutely not. But it's like anything else. The longer you're exposed to something, the more likely you are to adapt or to absorb the characteristics of whatever it is you're exposed to. And that's exactly what's happened to me. And I'm sure it's happened to you. We'll never be Thai, but I feel at this stage of my life, going into my 14th year, well, I'm in my 14th year. I'll be going into my 15th year in Thailand early in 2027, very early in 2027. And after that length of time, or I'll put it this way, during that period of time in my life, I have noticed changes in me, and I am now in the situation where I feel less at home in my country of origin than I do here. I feel absolutely at home in Thailand. Some of the things they do drive me nuts, but it's become normal now. It's a normality. So what's normal for them has become normal for me as well. There's a few major exceptions, like wearing face masks and sitting side saddle and putting 5 people on a motorcycle. Some of those things are just ingrained into me from my cultural upbringing, that's not something I could ever do. But there are other things that I just have had to accept. Because if you want to prosper, if you want to enjoy and you want to partake into society, you have, sorry, go on. Okay. That's another thing. They are so shy. They are so shy. It's unbelievable. But if you want to partake and you want to be part of it, you have to learn to adapt. And I have, I think, adapted, and I continue to adapt. It's a wonderful place to be, even though they are so different to us. But I think that's what makes it so goddamn interesting. Why I chose to live here was because it was so different. I could have gone to any other European country because I'm a European citizen, an EU citizen, I don't need a visa. But I didn't. And sometimes on this channel I might express regret in not doing that. And sometimes I even still think I have a regret in not doing that, because I wouldn't have to deal with all this bureaucracy to stay here. But when all's said and done, the Thais are different to us. If you want to be like them, start behaving like them. I don't behave like them, but I accept some of the things they do. And some of the behaviours have rubbed off on me. And I've changed to a degree. So I'd like to know your situation or your view on this. So we started off this video in a very comical way, let's say. And we've gotten a little bit serious. But to take away or to calm things down, this has become a regular feature on this channel. I'm going to share with you a clip. I'm going to share with you a clip from the Big Picture El Panorama that's going to highlight the fact that I have been absorbed into Thai culture, and this will absorb you into Thai culture. This is a very pleasant interlude, and if you're not absorbed by this, I think there's something wrong with you.
Maybe tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, I like your nails. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You're beautiful. Thank you. Say bye-bye. Bye.
So what did you think of that? Wasn't that absolutely wonderful? Absolutely. So the Thais are different to us, and we might say, thank God for that. Because I wouldn't want to live in Western culture after living here. Even though I go on a lot about it, I still call this, I am lucky to call Thailand my home. And I'm sure you feel the same way. So guys, if you've enjoyed the video, let me know. Whatever you do, if you haven't done so already, click the like button, the share button, subscribe button. Do all those wonderful things, and I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. Thanks for joining me.